Have you ever wondered how male brains are different from female brains? It's a question that has intrigued scientists and lay people alike for decades. It's a fascinating area of study that reveals intriguing insights into how we think, feel, and behave. The more we learn, the more we realize how complex and nuanced these differences are. In this video, we'll delve into the top 10 intriguing differences between male and female brains, exploring both structural and functional variations. We'll look at how these differences manifest in everyday life and what they mean for our understanding of human behavior. One of the most striking differences is brain size. This is often one of the first things people notice when comparing male and female brains. On average, male brains are about 10% larger than female brains. This size difference has been a topic of much debate and research. Now, before we jump to conclusions, it's important to note that size doesn't necessarily equate to intelligence. In fact, intelligence is influenced by a myriad of factors, not just brain size. Rather, this difference in size is thought to be related to the proportionally larger body size of males and the specific demands placed on different brain regions. It's a fascinating example of how our bodies and brains are interconnected. Interestingly, while male brains may be larger, female brains tend to have a higher density of neurons, particularly in certain areas. This is a key difference that has significant implications for cognitive function. This denser packing of neurons may contribute to differences in cognitive processing and information processing speed. It's like having more workers in a factory. More neurons can mean more efficient processing. For instance, studies suggest that females may excel in tasks involving verbal fluency and multitasking, potentially linked to this increased neuron density in specific brain regions. This could explain why women often excel in communication and multitasking. This higher neuron density might also contribute to the ability to process complex information quickly and efficiently. It's a fascinating area of study that continues to reveal new insights. Understanding these differences can help us appreciate the unique strengths and abilities of each gender. It's not about one being better than the other, but about recognizing and valuing diversity. Now, let's talk about the corpus callosum, the bridge of nerve fibers connecting the brain's left and right hemispheres. This structure plays a crucial role in how our brains function. Research suggests that in women, this structure might be slightly larger proportionally. This difference could have significant implications for how information is processed in the brain. This difference could explain why women often excel at tasks requiring communication between both hemispheres, like language processing or multitasking. It's like having a more efficient communication network within the brain. Imagine it like having a wider highway for information to travel between two bustling cities. The communication is smoother and more efficient. This could be one reason why women are often better at integrating information from different sources. This enhanced communication might also contribute to better emotional regulation and social skills. It's a fascinating example of how structural differences can influence behavior. Understanding these differences can help us appreciate the unique strengths and abilities of each gender. It's not about one being better than the other, but about recognizing and valuing diversity. The corpus callosum is just one example of how our brains are uniquely wired. By studying these differences, we can gain a deeper understanding of human behavior and cognition. This knowledge can also help us develop better educational and therapeutic strategies tailored to the needs of each gender. Our next stop is the amygdala, the brain's emotional hub. This small almond-shaped structure plays a crucial role in how we process and express emotions. Studies show that men tend to have a larger amygdala than women. This difference, along with hormonal influences, might contribute to how men and women process and express emotions. While men might exhibit a more fight or flight response in stressful situations, women might lean towards a tend and befriend approach. It's like having different alarm systems, both effective but reacting in distinct ways. This difference in emotional processing can influence how men and women respond to stress and conflict. Understanding these differences can help us develop better strategies for managing stress and improving emotional well-being. It's fascinating to see how these differences play out in everyday life. For example, men might be more likely to respond to stress with physical activity, while women might seek social support. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for managing stress and improving emotional well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. Moving to the front of the brain, we find the prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning complex behavior and decision-making. This area is crucial for our ability to think ahead and make informed choices. This area matures slightly later in men compared to women. This difference in developmental timing could influence impulse control and risk-taking behaviors, particularly in adolescence and early adulthood. Think of it like having different software installation times. While both ultimately function well, the initial operational phases might vary. This could explain why teenage boys are often more impulsive and risk-taking than girls. This difference in brain development can have significant implications for education and parenting. Understanding these differences can help us develop better strategies for supporting young people as they navigate the challenges of adolescence. It's fascinating to see how these differences play out in everyday life. For example, men might be more likely to take risks and seek out new experiences, while women might be more cautious and thoughtful in their decision-making. Welcome back. Did you know that men and women produce different levels of key neurotransmitters? This difference can have significant implications for mood and behavior. Serotonin, often called the feel-good hormone, plays a crucial role in mood regulation, sleep, and even digestion. This neurotransmitter is essential for our overall well-being. Research suggests that men tend to produce slightly more serotonin than women. This difference may contribute to variations in how men and women experience and express emotions. While this difference is slight, it highlights the complex interplay of biology and behavior. Understanding these nuances can foster greater empathy and understanding between genders. This knowledge can also help us develop better strategies for managing mood and emotional well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for managing mood and emotional well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. This knowledge can also help us develop better strategies for managing mood and emotional well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. As we age, our brains naturally undergo changes, and these changes can differ between men and women. Understanding these differences can help us develop better strategies for maintaining brain health as we age. Men, for instance, may experience a slightly faster rate of volume loss in certain brain regions. This difference can have significant implications for cognitive function and overall brain health. Additionally, there are gender-specific vulnerabilities to neurological diseases. Men, for example, have a higher risk of developing Parkinson's disease, while women are more susceptible to Alzheimer's disease. These differences highlight the importance of gender-specific healthcare approaches, focusing on early detection, prevention, and tailored interventions. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for maintaining brain health as we age. It's fascinating to see how these differences play out in everyday life. For example, men might be more likely to develop certain neurological diseases, while women might be more susceptible to others. Testosterone, often associated with masculinity, exerts a powerful influence on the developing and adult brain. This hormone plays a crucial role in shaping brain structures and influencing behavior. In the womb, testosterone plays a key role in shaping brain structures. This early influence can have significant implications for brain development and behavior. In adulthood, it continues to influence various brain functions, including libido, aggression, and spatial ability. Understanding the multifaceted effects of testosterone provides crucial insights into behavioral patterns and potential health implications. This knowledge can help us develop better strategies for managing behavior and promoting overall well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. It also underscores the importance of hormonal balance for overall well-being. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for promoting health and well-being. Welcome back. We're delving deeper into the male brain and how it tackles stress. This is a fascinating area of study that reveals important insights into how men cope with pressure. Research suggests that when stress hits, men often tap into the right hemisphere of their brain more prominently. This can manifest as a more physical response, think fight or flight. This difference in stress response can have significant implications for how men manage stress and cope with pressure. Understanding these differences can help us develop better strategies for managing stress and promoting emotional well-being. It's fascinating to see how these differences play out in everyday life. For example, Men might be more likely to respond to stress with physical activity, while women might seek social support. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for managing stress and promoting emotional well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. Understanding the male brain's nuances can be transformative, especially in education. By tailoring educational strategies to the unique strengths and abilities of boys, we can help them thrive in the classroom. Boys may thrive in learning environments that embrace their spatial strengths and provide outlets for physical energy. Incorporating hands-on activities, visual aids, and even competitive elements can resonate well with how their brains are wired for learning. This knowledge can help us develop better educational strategies that support the unique needs of boys. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. As we conclude our exploration of the male brain, remember that these differences are not about superiority or inferiority. They're about appreciating the unique pathways that shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By understanding these distinctions, we can foster greater empathy and connection between genders. This knowledge can help us develop better strategies for promoting health and well-being. If you learned something new from this video, please give it a like and share your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more such content. And as you reflect on these insights, let the background music specifically chosen for its exploration of the male psyche linger in your mind. Until next time, keep those brains engaged. This journey to understanding is just the beginning. By continuing to explore and learn, we can deepen our understanding of the male brain and its unique strengths and abilities. This knowledge can help us develop better strategies for promoting health and well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. By understanding these differences, we can develop better strategies for promoting health and well-being. It's all about finding what works best for each individual. This journey to understanding is just the beginning. By continuing to explore and learn, we can deepen our understanding of the male brain and its unique strengths and abilities. Also, share this video with your friends and family to spread the knowledge.